is your home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Comcast Xfinity Network. There's no better place to watch and stream sports than on Xfinity. If you call yourself a sports fan, then visit Xfinity.com to learn more.
The outside shot, Wickers blocked from behind by Kuhlman. Here comes Pitzer though, puts it right back, and one, count the basket. Trauman, a nice pass underneath the Richmond. He's got himself 4 in the tie for Paola.
Play clock at 15, they'll take the snap. This will be a quarterback keeper and into the end zone.
It's time for the Panthers on your home for Paola High School Athletics. Paola Sports Live.
And good Friday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final day of the 2026 Class 4A Baseball State Tournament as the Paola Panthers look to take on the McPherson Bullpups here in our third place contest on what is starting to become a sun-splashed Toyton Family Stadium here in Manhattan, although it has been quite dreary and quite rainy throughout the entire morning. I basically drove through rain showers all the way from Spring Hill up here to Manhattan, and now we're starting to see a little bit of sun poking out. I imagine that may be short-lived, but nonetheless, we'll take it for the time being. But the rain has been an issue, and so far we're on time for this start of this one. So we'll see how that impacts the rest of the games throughout the day. But right now, only worried about this one right here as the Panthers look to bounce back after a really hard-fought 2-1 loss yesterday afternoon against the Topeka Hayden Wildcats, a game where just a little bit of a slow start, like the first 2 or 3 at-bats for Hayden, able to get some runners on, get some runners across, 2-run score in the top of the first. Panthers able to get one back. It was almost close to get that second one and be tied. I mean, you're bam away from being tie ball game as Caden Hendrickson gets caught trying to steal, but nearly getting Costello to come on home, and it was just not enough for the Panthers, as then that remained the score throughout the duration of the ball game. Had a chance in the bottom of the 7th inning, but a line drive to center field and then a double up on second ended the game, and that's how the Panthers find themselves here in this consolation ball game. A rematch from 2025 in a game where they fell to McPherson in this one. So, it's tough to play in a third-place game. It's tough to have that motivation here on a Friday morning at 11 o'clock to play baseball. But if nothing else, one, this is a young Panthers squad that needs this experience in the state tournament. They will have a bevy of it if they are able to make it back here next year as a group of seniors with a big core group of juniors here on this squad. But more so, redeem yourself from a year ago. A bunch of these guys were factors in that game and came up short against McPherson. So it's just fun. Your boys, it's summertime, and you get to play baseball in front of a crowd in a college stadium. So if nothing gets your blood going more than that, you might want to check yourself. And so I do expect the Panthers to bring their best effort forward here today. They'll get a chance to throw Blake Costello from the mound. We'll get more of the starting lineups and get you ready for this third-place game here from Manhattan. The Panthers and the Bullpups next on your home for Paola High School Athletics, Paola Sports Live, presented by Comcast Xfinity.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming.
Next up, boom time. The Wi-Fi booming.
The Wi-Fi is booming like a
10x double unicorn IPO.
Scream me sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
Now everyone who knows a boom when they see one is going to want in.
The Wi-Fi's booming.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. Protect what matters most with Scott Hayka at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Paola. With years of experience, Scott and his team will deliver trusted insurance and financial solutions for families, farmers, and businesses as they prepare for life's challenges. Whether it's auto, home, farm and ranch, life insurance, or retirement and financial planning, it's your future. Let's protect it. Stop by 11 South Pearl or call 913-294-2737. Scott Hayka, your local Farm Bureau agent, helping protect your family, your livelihood, and your future.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Every tax season a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me. Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who fight.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank
Protect what matters most.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
My experience at Strode Orthodontics was amazing. Like most people who had their first round of braces, I forgot to wear my retainer and so therefore had crooked teeth. I got engaged this year. I wanted straight teeth for my wedding and so Dr. Strode was able to give me Invisalign and now I have the straight smile that I've always wanted. We're gonna get such a welcoming experience here. The day of my wedding, I'm not going to be scared to take pictures. Now I can finally be confident with my smile on that big day.
Hello, customer. State reason.
Back out here in Manhattan, Toyton Family Stadium, in the midst of the Paola Vet Clinic pregame show. I'll tell you that Paola Sports Live, of course, is presented by Comcast Xfinity. Network makes the sports viewing experience simple, seamless, and unforgettable. Get your connection with ultra-low lag, powerful features like multi-view, keep every fan in the action for multiple games, and learn more. You need Xfinity, and of course the Paola Vet Clinic pregame show from pet to your her. Paola Vet Clinic has over 90 years of veterinary experience to help you give high-quality care at affordable pricing. Visit them at 1708 Industrial Road in Paola or visit their website, wildcatvetclinic.com. To learn more. That's where we take our little Angus dog down to Dr. Stoes and his crew at the Paola Vet Clinic. So personal endorsement there of the Harris family pet for sure. Getting ready for this one, the number 6 seeded Paola Panthers, 21-6 against the McPherson Bullpups, who are 24-6 on the season. Again, this was a rematch of last year's third-place contest, and so the Panthers certainly would look to be motivated to get a victory here today and end the game, end the season, rather, on a high note. Here's your starting lineups for this one. We will start with the Panthers as they'll be up to bat first, leading off, and the pitcher, number 19, Blake Koslow. Batting second, the second baseman, number 2, Gannon Miller. Batting third, the shortstop, number 9, Mason Stein. Stein really pitched a very good game yesterday in a 2-1 loss. Just that first inning really, after that, just mowed him down, and really good defense behind him as well. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 27, Caden Hendrickson. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 24, Rylan Grandin. Batting seventh, number 25, the catcher, Jax Troutman. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 5, Leland Gherkin. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 7, Colt McMahon. So all 9 in the starting lineup out in the field going to bat with no designated hitter. For the Bullpups, it'll be leading off the shortstop, number 2, Carter Bankston. It's batting second, the first baseman, number 7, Brady Rinker. Batting third, the catcher, number 5, Cohen Huggard. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 1, Cade Stratham. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 4, Asher Allen. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 27, Crew Buckman. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 35, Graham Prescott. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 0, Aiden Unruh. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 11, Colt Chapman. And playing right field, not batting, number 24, Nolan Piercy. The Bullpups coached by Heath Gershner. The Panthers, of course, coached by Tony Brummer. Just a few minutes or about 90 seconds away from the start of this one. We'll take one final timeout. First pitch coming up next on Paola Sports Live. I lied. I changed my mind. It's my prerogative. We're getting ready to get this thing underway. They have a clock out there in the outfield, but I don't think they're going to stick to it. And so I'm going to go ahead and stay right here, and we'll get that first pitch right now. First pitch and all first pitch and first kicks of the game season all year long. Opening tip-off and everything else brought to you by the Miami Lumber Company. Miami Lumber, servicing Miami County since 1983, located at 1014 North Pearl Street in Paola. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to 3. Miami Lumber, your homegrown improvement store. Like them on Facebook. Be sure to support those local home improvement stores before you go to those big box stores, certainly. And Miami Lumber would be your choice down in Paola. Blake Koslow to get things underway in this one. Starts with a first pitch strike from the pitcher, Crew Buckman. Second pitch ball, 1-1 the count to Koslow, and we're underway in this 4A consolation game. Settling in for a long day here. If you just like some high school baseball, we'll be back on the air here on the Varsity Sports Live Network with Girard Sports Live and the Trojans playing for a 3A state baseball championship against Silver Lake later this afternoon, as the Trojans look to play for their first ever state title in baseball. 3-1 now the count to Koslow, with Buckman falling behind in the count in this opening at bat. And he'll miss outside for ball 1 and a walk for Koslow. To look at my notes from yesterday, that may have been how this thing got started yesterday. You know, Koslow grounded out. We did have that may have been another game. I'm in day 4 in a row here doing softball, baseball, so some of this stuff's starting to mix together. But that yesterday was a just grinded out 2-1 classic baseball game. Brings up Gannon Miller. 4 straight balls now from Buckman. And at this time of the tournament, this third day, it's just kind of how things worked out in those first 2 rounds of what you're going to be throwing on the hill for the Panthers. They'll be lucky with Koslow going out there on the hill. That gives them as good a chance as any. Quick back, though. Koslow, late break back to the bag, but able to get back in time. 1-0 the count to Gannon Miller. Miller yesterday had a single in the first, sack bunt in the 6th, and struck out in the 3rd against Hayden. This one misses outside for ball 2, 2-0. Buckman didn't like that call. Bullpups, and it's kind of a cream color top and cream color bottoms. It's not straight white with red trim, and it's like a type of camo perhaps in their hat with a red bill. Panthers in their classic gold tops with black trim, white bottoms. Buckman will get right on that pitch, 2-1 the count. Was traveling last week. It ended up in Washington, D.C. It was rainy the entire time. Got home. Apparently it was sunny the whole time I was gone. Got home. It's been rainy the whole time. This is the first sunshine I've seen in about a week, and my eyeballs forgot what to do with it. So I'm not necessarily looking for rain, but I take a little cloud cover, and I think I'm about to get it. 2-1 the count to Gannon Miller. A big lead from Koslow with those wheels at first. Panthers just never really got a chance to run yesterday. This one a little dinker up to short, over to second and to first in time, and a double play hit there for Gannon Miller right at the shortstop, and well played by Carter Bankston. And over to first for the 6-4-3 double play. That'll bring up Mason Stein, moving back to shortstop for this one after pitching 7 good ones on the hill for the Panthers yesterday in a losing effort. First pitch strike from Buckman, strike one. Two outs. Nobody on here in the top of the first inning. This one ripped down third base. It's going to be played, then bobbled. Stein's going to have to try to leg this one out, and he will not. It was a good recovery there by the third baseman, Cade Stratham, to retire the side. We head to the bottom of the first inning with the Bullpups due up.
Hello, customer. State reason for visit.
It's a long story.
You can say claim, billing, or something else.
Can I talk to someone else?
Transferring now. Hello, customer. State reason for visit.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we treat people like people.
How can I help?
It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Scott Haka in Paola today.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Head to the bottom of the first inning. Panthers 3 up, 3 down in the first. And now they'll look to go lean on Blake Koslow and their defense here, as it'll be the shortstop, the leadoff hitter, number 2, Carter Bankston for McPherson. Batting second, the first baseman, number 7, Brady Rinker. And then the 3 spot is the catcher, number 5, Cohen Huggard. Pretty good job by Kansas State University to step in and host this tournament, and against the weather and with very little time to turn things over. I was talking to them, and they just don't want to line up a bunch of help that doesn't be needed, and they were waiting on the regional assignment from the NCAA for KU. And man, I've hosted a lot of events. That's my profession in a day-to-day basis, and to have that little time to get ready for something is pretty rough. And so congratulations to them on so far hosting a really good tournament. Blake Koslow in 39 innings pitched, second on this team next to Caden Hendrickson. He's given up 18 walks to 53 strikeouts, leads this team in Ks, and so Bullpups are up against it here against Koslow. First pitch, ball 1. That one going to stay just high for ball 2. Kind of avoid that early inning. That's one thing I've noticed here of the few games, the 2, 3 I've called, and then the few I've sat here and watched, is damage is done in the early innings, and then you kind of hold on for the victory. That's really how McPherson found themselves in this consolation game. They had a 4-run lead going into the 5th inning, then had a 3-run lead going into the 6th inning. It got tied in the 6th, and then they lost it in the 7th, but they had gotten ahead. And the same thing yesterday. Panthers fell behind 2-1, and that was the final. So starting off well and limiting runners is the key, but that's not the case. So each leadoff batter for each team has now walked to get on. We'll see how the Panthers respond. The Bullpups responded with a double play ball off the hit from Gannon Miller. So, boy, the Panthers would like to have that here in this one for Brady Rinker, first baseman. First pitch strike from Koslow. Second pitch en route. Little foul tip, strike two. Rinker at the plate for McPherson, a 302 hitter with 19 RBIs on the year. That one nearly catching the outside edge. Nice job by Troutman to try to frame that up for Koslow, but just miss outside for ball one. 1-2 the count to Rinker. .53 plate appearances, 16 hits for Rinker. Back goes Bingston just in time on the throw over from Koslow. Koslow wants to hurry. This one, little grounder up. They'll just get the one. There's some speed there from Bingston. Got out ahead of Koslow. It's not a real fast ball. Hit to him, a little high bouncer, and well played by Koslow for out number one. That'll bring up the catcher, number 5, Cohen Huggard. Huggard, 308 on this season. 24 hits, 26 driven in. Leads this team in that category. Here in the 3 spot with a runner in scoring position. One 0 count to Huggard. That one, curveball miss outside for ball 2. Early morning baseball, nasty weather equals limited crowd. Hopefully folks enjoying their Friday back home and get a chance to watch it here on Paola Sports Live. Got a good group of you have joined us, and the runner goes to third and able to get there in time. So now a runner in scoring position with one out and a 3-0 count here to the number 3 spot, Huggard. The 3-0. That one will fall in there for a strike from Koslow. Trying to get back in front on this at-bat. Close play at third, but in time, and pretty good base running there from Bingston. The check swing strike. And that will move the count to full. Koslow, the 3-2. Good pitch, just miss outside. Koslow didn't believe it. And runners will be at the corners now for McPherson as we go to the number 4 spot in Cade Stratham. Stratham, a 308 hitter. Bring in a pinch runner for the catcher, Huggard. Stratham, 24 hits on the season. Scored 35 runs, driven in 19. One out, 2 on in the bottom of the first inning. Panthers in an early jam. And the speedster Bingston at third base. Got to keep an eye on him. Yesterday's game was delayed about an hour 45, so even less rest than they would have liked to have had. But, you know, they're 16, 17-year-old boys. They shouldn't need much. Foul tip, fouled off for strike 1. I checked hotel prices and decided I'd just road trip it back and forth between here and Miami County. Oh, good move. Koslow. Bankston got leaning a little bit down that third base line, but able to get back. And Grandin wasn't really in a position to put the tag on regardless. Show bunt again. That one, good block by Jax Troutman to keep that runner at third. 2-1 the count to Cade Stratham. And a swing and a miss. I don't know if that was tipped or not. It must not have been, and it's going to be a pass ball as Bankston will come in to score for the Bullpups. He hit the face mask, I think, of Jax Troutman. It made it sound like it was a foul tip, and it must not have been. Otherwise, wouldn't be putting a score on the board. And so with that pass ball, Bankston will score the first run of the ball game. 2-2 count over to third, and Troutman slow to get over there and able to move the runners over. Again, nice piece of base running there by Cohen Huggard, who reached on a walk. So the one run that scored was a walk, and now the run at third base would have been a reached on walk. Just got to go to work here on Stratham. And Troutman missed that one as well, and here comes another score on a pass ball, and out the way you would like to have started this game, certainly for Paola. With 2 scored now here in this first and only 1 out. That'll bring up Asher Allen. Three walks in the first 4 batters for Blake Koslow. He's given up some walks on the year, but also strikeouts. 18 walks to 53 strikeouts, a percentage you can live with, certainly. But right now it's 75%, and that one you can't. Fouled off by Asher Allen. 1-1 the count for him. Missed outside. Troutman. Oh, that was dangerous. And a pretty good snag there by Gannon Miller to reach behind the back of the base runner. But McPherson playing some small ball in a really nice way as these guys that walk are getting extra bases off those walks. Can't have it. Now a runner at second with 1 out for Allen. That one jams him up inside ball 3 rather. 3-1 the count. Koslow, big old inhale and exhale out there on the mound. That one fouled off for strike 2. It's a long season. It starts spring break to summer break, and you're playing baseball and thinking baseball all the time. A lot of these kids are going to keep that going through the summer, certainly, but hopefully get a break. Just trying to maintain that focus through this tournament. What started on Monday and then Thursday and then right around again on Friday. And here we are, and fouled away once again by Allen. It'll remain full. 3-2 the count, 1 out. This one, foul territory. It's going to go out of play as Hendrickson makes his way over there. If you're just around town here in Paola over the weekend and you see a 17-year-old, 16-year-old kiddo with bleach blonde hair, you might just give him an attaboy and tell him congratulations to the state tournament, because that's what they've all got, rocking the bleach blonde. I did it first back in 1997, so it was cool then. It's cool now, right? Little Deeker over to short, well played by Stein, over to first and 2 away now for McPherson. It'll bring up Crew Buckman, the pitcher. First pitch miss outside, and Koslo's really been behind in every at-bat. Just like to see him get ahead. High for ball 2. Graham Prescott, the center fielder, on deck for the Bullpups. Runners moved over to third base. 3-0 count. And that one misses for the 4th walk of this first inning for Blake Koslow. Bring in a pinch runner. So that again will bring up Graham Prescott. Runners at the corners with 2 outs and 2 runs have scored on 0 hits. Troutman shows that throw down, but holds on to it, doesn't want to give up that 3rd run. Still a lot of baseball yet to be played. Said that yesterday, though, after a 2-1 inning, and Panthers will need to generate some offense against this Bullpups team. That one in the dirt. Blake making Jacks really work for it back behind the dish. This one just catching the outside edge. Nice job by Troutman as well to frame that one up. Runners at 2nd and 3rd now with 2 outs. Graham Prescott at the plate. That one staying high for ball 2. Ball 3, rather. That one slides over there for strike 2. This one pops straight up. Panthers may be able to get out of the inning. Stein over, then charging in and making the play. What a dandy there in center field for the Paola Panthers. Stein was late to break over, and it was going to take everything from Colt McMahon starting in center with Koslow playing at the pitcher position. And so a big play, really, that could have scored 2 had that dropped. Instead, it's going to score 0, but the Panthers fall behind 2-0 as we head to the top of the 2nd inning. When we return in 30 seconds, you're watching Panther Baseball on Paola Sports Live.
My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
Top of the 2nd inning, McPherson Bullpups leading the Paola Panthers 2-0 here from Toynton Family Stadium in Manhattan, campus of Kansas State University. BJ Harris along with you. Thankful to have the opportunity to show up here on a Friday morning and bring Paola Panther baseball back to Paola, Kansas. Thankful for the opportunity the school system's given us to cover Paola. Now heading into next year would be our 7th season of Paola Sports Live, which is just baffling to me and exciting. Back on the hump for the Bullpups is Crew Buckman. And at the plate is Caden Hendrickson to lead things off here, the number 4 spot, the first baseman. Caden had a pretty good game yesterday. He had the one RBI and the single in the first inning. He did get caught stealing to end that inning, and then got a single to right field, right center rather, and then flew out in the 6th. And that 6th inning really was the top of the lineup. You felt like if you were going to get a chance, that would have been it. And you had some runners out there, but just didn't get him any across, and proved to be the difference. 2-2 count to Hendrickson. That one misses, ball 3. Three-two pitch, a big hack at it by Hendrickson, and a strikeout, number 1 of this second inning. That'll bring up Logan Marler, right fielder. Marler yesterday, strikeout, fly out, and a hit by pitch to reach in that 7th inning. He was representing the tying run in that 7th inning that got pretty close. Two 2-0 the count to Logan Marler. That one will come in for a strike, number 1. After Marler will be Rylan Grandin. And Jax Troutman staying in the hole. Panthers able to get somebody on the base paths. Another good pitch from Buckman. Counts 2-2. This one late swing at it, but a good contact. Ripped it down the first baseline and foul. It'll remain 2-2. The 2-2. And a check swing. Marler gonna jog down. Home plate umpire, I think, called it foul. I'm not exactly sure what the call is. I don't know if it hit him or what. He check swinged at it. The ball kind of went down and dribbled foul. And we'll wait for the crew to work this one out. Officials for today's game: Gene Cox, John Wondra, and Tim Cachero. I have no idea how that happened, or what transpired to cause it, other than that maybe he came off the inside of his bat, and that's what went foul, and call it hit by pitch. I don't think that's the case, but we'll take it. We'll take it for Logan Marler reaching on whatever that was. Bring up Rylan Grandin. So 1 out and 1 on for Paola and Grandin. The 0-1 count. That one will miss away for ball 1. My morning allergies aren't created for the Flint Hills, apparently, as it's a struggle here in the press box. A long day here at Twinton Family Stadium. So. One and two the count to Rylan Grandin. Rylan ground out, strikeout. That's all you need to know about that game, that he got 2 at-bats in a 7-inning game. Panthers went through their lineup 2 and just over half of the times in that really well-played game. 1 and 2 now the count to Grandin with Marler reaching first. 1-2. Ripped into left field. That may be close. It will just been foul and out of play. Really good contact. Some of the best contact we've seen from the Panthers in the last 2 games, and that one just stayed foul, and with some speed over there with Grandin, maybe get him to come around, but I think for Marler rather, with Grandin, I think just maybe a little bit of confidence by making that good a contact on that pitch from Buckman, who's otherwise been really good. Count remains 1 and 2. There he flipped it out. It looked good, but that one will pop up and come right to the catcher right in front of you, and 2 away. That'll bring up the catcher, Jax Troutman. Troutman yesterday against Hayden, a ground out, and then a ground out to short in the 5th. First pitch, ball outside. This one driven into shallow right field. A base hit for Jax Troutman will move Marler over to second. The Panthers have a chance as we go to the number 8 spot in Leland Gherkin. Leland not in the lineup yesterday, working his way into the lineup here today. That's the first hit, official hit of the game for either team, despite the fact that there's 2 unearned runs there on walks. And Gherkin to the plate with 2 out and 2 on. Big swing at it, strike 1. No 1 count to Gherkin, inside for ball 1. One count to Leland Gherkin. Runners at first and second. 2 out here in the top of the second inning. That one will miss high for ball 2. That one will come across for strike 2. Two count for Leland Gherkin. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. Panthers strand 2. They get a hit as we head to the bottom of the second inning when we return right after this on Paola Sports Live.
whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Here at Strode Orthodontics, we are a single doctor practice, which means that I am the only orthodontist here in the practice. I will be the one guiding you through your care journey. With our experienced staff, your appointments will be more efficient and more comfortable. We love treating kids as well as adults. We want you to be happy with your experience during orthodontic treatment as well as your smile at the end. I love when patients tell me that their smile has improved their confidence and their quality of life, because a smile is for a lifetime.
Two to nothing as we head to the bottom of the second inning here in Manhattan. Class 4A consolation game. Paola Panthers, McPherson Bullpups. Rematch of consolation game from last year, so always the bridesmaid, never the bride for these two teams here the last 2 years. And Panthers will have just the most experience you can imagine for a group of juniors here to come into next season, hopefully, and redeem. Blake Koslow back on the hill here, who definitely struggled in his first inning, giving up 4 walks in that one, but able to only give up the 2 runs, and now hit over to Stein, unable to hold on to it. And that'll likely be scored an error on the hit by Aiden Unruh. They do score an error. So now 1 on with nobody out for the number 9 hitter, the left fielder, Colt Chapman. Quickly back over on a throw over from Koslow, not in time. Making Unruh work at it. First pitch here to Chapman. Shows bunt. Just missed for ball 1. He'll show bunt once again. Pulled back. Throwing down to second. Ooh. Stein mishandled that one and out the race to get that one out of shallow left field. But Mason would like to have the last couple of opportunities back, I would suppose. That was a pretty good throw from Troutman and may have been in time, but just mishandled, and runner will move to second. Once again, that one will fall in for a strike. Number 1. 2-1 the count to Colt Chapman in his first at bat of the ball game here in the bottom of the second. Throw over from Koslow, not in time. A little bit of a bunt, good one, dead ball bunt. Koslow over to first. A nice coverage there by Gannon Miller to come over and make the play, 1 out. Does what they wanted to do, though, is it moved the runner over to third base. So now a runner in scoring position with 1 out, and it will back to the top of the order for the leadoff hitter, Carter Bankston, who scored a run and leadoff walk of the ball game for McPherson. That one's going to Beat him. Hit by pitch. And Bankston's got some wheels, and that's what really afforded them those runs, is they got Bankston and Huggard on the base paths in that first inning and just moved them around in a couple of pass balls. That's why they haven't given up a hit yet, but have a 2-run lead. Haven't gotten a hit. Panthers haven't given up a hit, but are down by 2. Runners at the corners now. They will rip one over to make the play. Let's see if they communicate. Left field, that will tag and should score 1 run. And now the runner will move over to second base, maybe rounding to third. And the pass ball past Hendrickson trickles over, and the runner turns that single into a triple and an RBI to boot. Actually, that was a runner moving around, so that was the Bankston moving to third after tagging up on the catch, rather. It was a fielder's choice RBI for Brady Rinker. Or a sacrifice, that's what the word I was trying to use there. Over to Stein. Stein trying to end the inning, and will. So the Panthers do give up 1 run on their second inning, but able to get out of a little bit of a jam there, as it looked like it maybe was going to break open, but just getting out of it, retire the side, and head to the top of the third inning with a chance to try to get some offense going. It will be McMahon, and then back to the top of the order with Koslow and Miller when we return right after this on Paola Sports Live.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming.
Next up, boom time. The Wi-Fi booming. The Wi-Fi is booming like a
10x double unicorn IPO.
Scream me sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
Now everyone who knows a boom when they see one is going to want in.
The Wi-Fi's booming.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Whether you head to the top of the third inning, Panthers down 3-0 with a run scoring. A pair of errors by the Panthers in that inning as well. And I cleaned that up, but really mostly with just 1 run scored in the last now 9 innings of play for the Panthers, and that one dating back to the first inning of yesterday. Boy, just getting some hits going and some runs going and letting the speed go to work here with Koslow would be great. Leadoff hitter will be Colt McMahon. And McMahon ground out, strikeout in his 2 at-bats yesterday. Lead off the third inning. Little dribbler back to short. Over to plate is Carter Bankston, and 1 away. Got to bring up Koslow, who walked to lead things off in the first, and then got caught up in a double play ball on the grounder by Gannon Miller. First pitch strike. Second pitch just going to miss outside. And Buckman scratches his head. Guessing the, I'm hip and I'm a girl dad, but I'm guessing the bleach blonde hair thing is a state baseball deal. As McPherson's got a few bottles of bleach they've utilized as well, it looks like. That one just missing. Koslow liked it, able to lay off of it. Evens the count at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on for Blake Koslow. Facing against Buckman here with the 2-2 count. This one hit over to second. Koslow going to try to race it out. Easy play. And 2 away. Unruh up to charge. That'll bring up Gannon Miller, who, as I mentioned a moment ago, hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning. This one will hit over to second. Well, they're not seeing a lot of pitches, and they're making contact, but going right to these guys, and that will be a very quick top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third inning with the Bullpups due up, and it'll be Huggard, Stratham, Allen when we return right after this on Paola Sports Live, presented by Comcast Xfinity.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to Prime Accounting.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Nothing. McPherson here in this 4A baseball consolation game. Third place on the line in this one as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And it will be I said Huggard. Actually, it'll be Stratham. So Kate Stratham, who walked in his first at-bat. The third baseman will come to the plate for the Bullpups. That one's going to hit him. I think you're seeing probably a little bit of fatigue here from the Panthers. And Koslow, who's walked 4, and he's hit 2. And just 2 1/3 here. Show bunt. Down goes Troutman. A good ball. And good getting back as well by Stratham. Asher Allen at the plate. He had a ground out to shortstop in the first inning for the Bullpups. Runner goes, Troutman throwing down and just missed him on the coverage by Gannon Miller. So the runner will move over to second base. A lot of extra bases here for McPherson. They have been aggressive and successful. There's a good bunt as well. They'll have to make the play over to first. And airmailed it. That will score a run on an error. And the big fella rumbling around over there is Asher Allen, able to get into second. So it'll be a single or a fielder's choice. And then an error to advance the runner. And it's 4-0. That'll bring up the pitcher crew, Buckman. Foul tip. I think it maybe got a hand as well, so it didn't fully sound like the ball to metal. There was a piece of flesh, I think, between that, but it counts as a foul ball, and so strike one. Buckman, the pitcher, that's not what they want doing with him getting his hand hit, but it was his left hand. Koslow looking over and throws behind Asher Allen. Owen won the count to Buckman. He'll show bunt. That'll miss high for ball one. 1-1 the count. Following Buckman will be Graham Prescott. Fly out to center in his first at bat. 2 in the first. 1-1. Good pitch. Comes back across and slides in there for strike number 2. One and 2 the count to Buckman. With no out and one on. This one be hard hit ball, deep right field. Back goes. And it will fall. That was Marler, and he just wasn't able to make the play. One comes around, and Asher Allen will score. And it was a long way, really, for Marler to get to, but he got to it, maybe just not quite in time, and so they will score that a hit. And a RBI triple for the pitcher. Buckman, and that was a good at-bat for him. This one's starting to slip a little bit away from the Panthers already in the early going. Now, there's still a lot of baseball to play, half the game yet to go, but it just has not been as crisp and clean as we saw yesterday. Very few mistakes. I don't know if there was a single error in that game yesterday. This one a little grounder to second. Miller over to Hendrickson, and one away. Runner remains on third. That's Buckman. So Prescott, a ground out. And that will bring up Aiden Unruh, who reached on a error in the second inning to lead things off. And that's the one, a limited he actually scored that run. I'd given that to Bingston, but I believe it was Unruh who scored in the second. Two and one the count to Aiden Unruh. One out and one on. This one shallow right field, and I'll have to let that one drop. That will score another run as the pinch runner for Buckman comes in to score. And it's a 3-run third here for the Bullpups. Throw over from Koslow. Good move, but not in time. Colt Chapman out on a fielder's choice in the second inning. left fielder. Still with just one out here in this third inning. They called a balk on Koslow. Perhaps a little hitch in his giddy up on the delivery, and that will advance the runner to second. Oh, and 1 the count to the left fielder, Chapman. Will stay high for ball 1. Jax wants to talk about it. New format for this postseason, and it does stretch things out a little bit. And I just think maybe you get to this point in this third place game. It's a tough one. I've always talked about, I've called a lot of these third place contests at different sports, basketball, and I've been a part of those in different baseball and softball. And it's a real gut check game. It really will make you figure out kind of where you stand as far as getting up to play. I don't think that's the case here. I think the Panthers have just been snake bit a little bit and running out of juice here in this consolation game. McPherson with a little more experience and some seniors on their squad, and so those guys recognize that they're playing their last high school baseball game. A big swing there from Chapman for strike 2. Whereas for the Panthers, they've all got one more year left and have put together a lot of wins. This may be the winningest stretch. They'll see. This one hard hit to left field. Up come to make the play Leland Gherkin, and 2 away. And they will hold the runner at second as well. As we head back to the top of the order. That'll bring up Bingston, who has walked and been hit by a pitch. He's reached twice. Oh, nobody over there covering second. And the move by Koslow, and Blake not very happy about that. First pitch to Bingston. Just miss outside for ball 1. Want to know the count. Runner goes. Is handled by Troutman, an easy over to third. Koslow and Hendrickson sharing stories and grins. Got to keep loose. You just can't press in this situation, but it's not going well. Pass ball, and this will be the third pass ball score of this game for McPherson. A 4-run third here for the Bullpups of McPherson. McPherson Athletics, one of the storied, and Paola Athletics. These are two of the predominantly, I remember growing up, you'd hear about McPherson basketball and Paola football and Paola baseball and just some really legendary programs. We've got a lot of state experience, but right now it's McPherson with the experience they're showing, and Koslow just really hasn't really had it. Coach Brummer come out to talk to him, and just probably more of a confidence thing right now. Just it's one of those days, brother. A big hug from Coach Brummer and an arm around his shoulder, and it's about all you can do for Blake at this point, as it will be a 7-0 score with a pitching change likely here with 2 outs in this third inning. We'll see what they end up doing. to see who they decide to go to here on the hill as far as changing pitchers. Looks like Gannon Miller might be getting the ball put in his hand. And Miller on the season, plenty of experience, 15 and a half innings pitched. He's about fifth as far as options throughout the season on the hill, but does have 12 strikeouts to just 3 walks. And right now just needs some strikes thrown for the Panthers. So it'll be Gannon Miller on the hill. When we return, we'll take a quick break for the pitching change. We'll come back for the final out of this third, we hope, when we return right after this on Paola Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5370.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Scott Haka in Paola today.
A 7-0 ball game, 4-run third here for McPherson. Let's start to blow this one open just a little bit. Runner on first as we'll bring in Gannon Miller to hurl for Paola. Runner will go, throw down from Troutman, just miss. That was a pretty good spot for it. This is Brady Rinker. Who is fielder's choice to the pitcher in the first inning, and then an RBI to drive in Bankston in the second inning. That was the run scored there, but now a 4-run third here for McPherson. And Rinker looking to try to drive in Bankston once again. Timeout taken at home plate. Hour into this ball game so far here in Manhattan. This will miss outside for ball 3. Gannon Miller on the hill for Paola, coming in relief of Blake Koslow. Koslow somehow just 2 hits, but 7 runs scored. That one will miss low, ball 4. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs for Cohen Huggard. He reached on a walk and scored a run in the first to ground out in the second to end the second. Miller comes set. Runners will go. And they will both advance. Mulvane beat McPherson in comeback fashion yesterday to advance to the 4A state championship, and then Hayden held off the Panthers 2-1 in the semifinals to advance to the state championship. So that'll be coming up after this one. A 4A state title game. That'll be followed by, maybe that one's coming later. I don't actually know. I should not say stuff I don't fully know. I know I've got a game at 4 o'clock that's going to be a big one. And a state championship game for Girard. If you don't know, that's where Varsity Sports Live originated. The first channel was Girard Sports Live, then Spring Hill Sports Live, and then Paola Sports Live was right after that. So each of those have allowed us to expand and hopefully deliver quality broadcasts to your families who aren't able to make it to the games like today. This would have been a tough one for just about anybody with a job. Three 3-1 the count for Huggard. Just trying not to walk, and he will walk the bases loaded. You really do see this pitching. You give everything you got in those first games. Regional championship game, you'd like to have your ace full. Then you go into that quarterfinal game. You might try to see whether or not what your competition may be, where you're going to stand, but you don't get to play in the semifinals if you don't win a quarterfinal. So if you've got your ace, you use them, and you advance to the semifinals. The way the schedule is kind of worked up, depending on pitch counts, you may have been able to use somebody, your ace, today, but not the case for the Panthers. And now pitching starting to show up here in this consolation game, as it often does. We may see it in the championship games later today as well. Bases loaded for the number 4 hitter, Cade Stratham, who's reached on a walk and a hit by pitch. And Gannon Miller finds himself in a big spot. And a good pitch to find that strike zone. 1-1 the count to Stratham. All the runners on the base paths have reached there through base on balls. This will miss for ball 2. That 4A title game is next. It's a 1:30 scheduled start, I believe. And that will walk in a run for run number 8. They've consolidated these down, so a lot of games to be played here today. They'll be playing right up until the sun certainly sets. And so following this one is a 4A championship game, Mulvane and Topeka Hayden. And then it will be, I believe, my third place game at 4 o'clock my championship game with Silver Lake and Girard at 4 p.m. And then at 6:40, the 2-1A state championship with St. Mary's Colgan and Thomas More Prep. Two and 1 the count to Asher Allen, who ground out to shortstop and reached on a fielder's choice. It ended up being an error. And the count's 3-1. Out That'll miss, and another walked-in run. Ooh. This is hard on an old broadcaster, I'll be honest with you, to keep some focus here on this one. And I know I'm the bottom of the barrel as far as impacted in this outcome here. These boys, not the way they would like this day to gone, and I don't think that was even anticipated, certainly. It's just sometimes you got it and sometimes you don't. Boy, do I know that. This one hit, and that will score 2 into shallow left field. Big arm throw from Leland Gherkin, but 2-run score on a 2 RBI single by Asher Allen. And our score now is 11-0. Runners now at first and second. Brings up Crew Buckman, the pitcher. As they've now batted around, Buckman will get this one over to first. And just in time. That was very, very close, as Buckman's got some flat wheels, and just barely getting out of the inning are the Panthers, but they give up 8 in the bottom of the third. Try to get some offense generated. We'll see if they can when we return for the top of the 4th inning. We're back in 30 seconds on Paola Sports Live.
HERS Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, HERS is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Here we go to the top of the 4th inning. Panthers coming to the plate. It'll be Mason Stein, Caden Hendrickson, Logan Marler, 3-4-5. You're going to get some offense generated. Now would be the time with your 3-4-5 coming to the plate. Stein, a ground out to third in his one and only at-bat. A 1 count. Buckman back out there on the hill to deliver for McPherson. Excuse me, I think they've made a pitching change. Definitely looks different coming out there, as that is going to be Cohen Huggard on the hill for McPherson, and he's going to work trying to just get this one over with. There's the strike 3. Caught the inside corner. Stein disagreed. I believe the run rule is 15 after 3, 10 after 4. So if they are not able to get any runs across, this, I believe, would do it for this game. This one high, and ball 1 to Caden Hendrickson, who has struck out in his first at-bat. Caden had a good game yesterday, driving in the lone RBI in that game. Had a couple pretty good picks at first base as well. He has got a tremendously bright future. This one a little roller over to shortstop, and 2 away. So that'll bring up Logan Marler, who reached on a hit by pitch to get a base runner in the second. Huggard knows what he's doing out there on the hill. It's not his first day. I'm just guessing there based on his pitching. 30 innings pitched on the year, kind of their number 2, it looks like, number 3. 37 strikeouts. So they've got 3 decent options for really that have got some experience. That's the difference oftentimes in these state tournament games, as I've mentioned and documented quite a bit here today. Trying to fill some time. There's nobody on base. I need to update that graphic. Logan Marler. Full count. 3-2. This one fouled back right at us. That was as close to being hit by the ball as I'd like to be honest with you. About 10 feet ahead of me, or above me here, but this one flared out into shallow left field, but will be played, and that will retire the side. Guess it's after, maybe 10 after 5, perhaps will be the rule. Say come back out on the diamond for the bottom of the 4th inning. See what happens. We return right after this on Paola Sports Live.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Scott Haka in Paola today.
We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Panthers in a tough spot here in this 4A Consolation. But still seem to be focused. High fives all around there from the hill for Gannon Miller, who came in relief of Costello to get out of the 8-run 3rd. And maybe with a fresh slate here for Miller, he can go to work. It'll be Graham Prescott, I believe. No, Aiden Unruh. So Unruh reached on a error and hit a single. So he has reached base each time, 1 for 2, technically. I believe he scored one of those runs as well. Second pitch, third pitch rather, 3-0 the count now to Unruh. Baseball's, a lot of athletics are this way, but the more you are trying to do something, the harder sometimes it becomes to do. And so when somebody's like, just throw strikes, yeah, easier said than done. And again, the harder you try, the less likely you are to do it sometimes. It's just got to get in that flow a little bit. He's able to get one across for a 3-1 count now to Unruh. Here's the 3-1. That one will stay high for ball 4. Panthers have walked 8. That'll bring up somebody as my roster gets blown. A little bit of a breeze coming, kind of from the southeast, pushing across and in on this field here at Toyton Family Stadium. Haven't seen a ton of power really from any game we've seen, so I'm not sure if home run balls are much of an option here. 320 to right, 325 to left, and 390 dead center. It's big park. 0-1 the count for Chapman. Right back at Miller. Miller over to second, and they will be safe all the way around. That play is kind of indicative of how things have gone. Don't really want to show this, but I'm testing out my 0-1 the count ahead of my championship game coming up in just a little bit. Right back at Miller. Miller over to second, and they will be safe all the way around. It's pretty well dialed in exactly the way it ought to be. So back to live action here as we go back to the top of the order for Carter Bankston, who's walked, hit by a pitch, and walked in his 3 at-bats. That one's going to miss as well for ball 2. That one good block by Jack Stroutman to keep it in front of him. Miller's body language is lacking some confidence, I would say. This one lined into center field. Koslow over to make the play. He'll come back to second. And some range there at center field for Blake Koslow. And 1 out. In the bottom of this 4th. New player in the ball game for McPherson to bat. And that will be I'll have that roster immediately in front of me here. I should, but I don't. They said a different name than what is Jensen Rizak. Rizak is who is up to at the plate. He has 8 on the roster. I have but 26 out there. That's what they announced. So runners remain at first and second with 1 out and a 1-0 count here to Rizak. This one popped up. Second, Stein over to play from the short and 2 away. bring up the pitcher, Cohen Huggard. Moved into that role. Runner's going to go down to third. They go, and not in time. Huggard, a walk, ground out walk in his 3 at-bats. Scored 2 runs as well in this consolation game. Stein over to play it, over to first, and that will retire the side. So no runs given up in the bottom of the 4th inning. We head to the top of the 5th. When we return in 30 seconds, you're watching Panther Baseball.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Scott Haka in Paola today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Heading to the top of the 5th inning here from Toyton Family Stadium in Manhattan, Kansas, on the Kansas State University campus. BJ Harris along with you in this 4A consolation game. Panthers at the plate. Grandin, first pitch swing and miss, or swing and hit rather, but over to short and one away, just like that here in the top of this 5th inning. That'll bring up Jax Troutman. Had a single in his first at-bat back in the 2nd inning. First pitch strike from Huggard. Huggard started out this game as the catcher, and he has moved into the pitching spot to try to close it out for McPherson. Mulvane and Topeka Hayden await the end of this one to get warmed up for that 4A state championship one. That one comes out of Huggard's hands, and it's about 10 feet shy of the home plate for ball number 2. One out, nobody on for Jax Troutman. That one going to hit him. And so he will reach on a hit by pitch. Huggard, I think he's got a little bit of speed, but control perhaps. Trying to find those spots as he's throwing hard, but left one 10 feet short, and that one well into Troutman. So one on with one out. That will bring up Leland Gherkin, the left fielder. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Huggard wanted that one. Gherkin a strikeout in the 2nd. Actually, strikeout to, in the 2nd. 1-1 the count. Pinch runner come in for Troutman. That one will miss, ball 2. That will come across. That was a good pitch to probably take a swing at Mr. Gherkin. About belt high and right across the middle. Count evens up at 2-2. Over to first, trying to pick off the pinch runner. And a swing and a miss for Gherkin. He'll go down swinging for 2 outs. That'll bring up Colt McMahon, the number 9 spot, the center fielder. He started out at center field. I believe he's moved to right, and Koslow has moved to center. Swing on it by McMahon. This one flared foul and out of play, strike 2. McMahon a ground out to short. Panthers just now getting around for the second time in their batting order. Had 1 hit, 4 errors, 0 runs. This one, a little dribbler up to first. It's going to stay fair. He'll step on first, and that should do it. Final score 11-0. And just one that just never got on the rails here from the word go today for the Panthers. As, again, I just think ran out of gas into this consolation game, but I'm telling you right now, mark your calendars for this 4A state tournament a year from now, because another summer of baseball with these kids and then another spring, you're going to have a real chance at it next year for the Paola Panthers. And all this experience, certainly not what they exactly wanted to have happen here at a really good game. They were a couple of plays away here or there yesterday from getting ready for this next one, a 4A state championship. So the Blonde Bombers out there going to shake hands. That is, an ungodly amount of bleach that has gone to create the hair that is shaking hands right now out there at midfield. But Panthers going to wrap up their season with a final record of 21-7. And for the second year in a row, we'll finish 4th in Class 4A here, falling 11-0 to the McPherson Bullpups. We'll take a final break. We'll come back and wrap things up here in this one. Again, thanks for the opportunity to broadcast Paola High School sports all year long, and we hope to continue to do it for many, many years to come, and we will for sure see you in the fall with the Panther football, volleyball, and whatever else we can throw a camera on and get a broadcaster too. Aaron Feely picking up most of the duties throughout the year here for the Panthers, doing a nice job. He's a true professional broadcaster that we have on the air for you for Paola. So congratulations to the Panthers for advancing to this 4A state tournament, for winning that quarterfinal game in comeback fashion against Concordia, and then for playing as hard as they did yesterday against a really good Topeka Hayden team. But they will come up and finish 4th here, as we'll let you watch the trophy presentation, medal presentations, and go to break to wrap things up here on Paola Sports Live.
Junior, number 7, Glendening. Junior number 24, Rylan Brandon. And junior number 25, Jackson Troutman. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 4A State Baseball 4th place team, the Paola Panthers.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the University of Kansas Cancer Center are at the top of their game. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Cancer Center cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kucancercenter.org.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
To hand out the medals for the McPherson Bullpups for the 3rd place finish here in this 4A state tournament. As the Panthers fall here 11-0, 2-1 in the semifinal game yesterday, falling to Topeka Hayden, and then getting a 7-2 win over Concordia in extra innings on Monday. But as they were going through and giving those awards, you got a freshman, 2 sophomores, and the rest juniors on a team that has now, those juniors have played a factor in 2 4th-place finishes. So, 1, you're going to have experience. 2, if you need motivation to get ready and show up next spring ready to play and go take a chase after a 4A state baseball title, I don't know what else to tell you, because twice coming in here and ended up in this 4th-place game and twice coming up 4th, I would say Coach has got about all he needs to get the fodder going and get the fire going for this Paola team going into next year. Certainly not probably the thought on their mind right now, as these kids seem to be taking it well, just not in the cards for them today. But we'll be back out of it. That group of kids we'll get to see it next year, and we're very fortunate to have a crew and able to get to as many regular season baseball games as we possibly can, and we plan to do the same next year and would hope to be back here following them into the championship game in 2027. Once again, it's been a pleasure to bring you Paola Sports all season long here on the Varsity Sports Live Network and Paola Sports Lives. Thanks to Emma Bain, who's held down the camera this season. Obviously, Aaron Feely, Brendan Bolin stepping in when he's needed to as well. And really a thank you to the sponsors you've seen here throughout the day and throughout the season. And if you go into those businesses and you've watched any of the games here on Paola Sports Live, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, soccer, softball, then please go tell those sponsors thank you, because they're the reason it's free. And I will tell you, that is not the standard in high school baseball, high school sports coverage. It has really been monetized heavily by the corporations, and it is being put in a position that is maybe putting it out of reach for even some families to be able to watch. And so we would like to continue to be able to bring you Paola Sports Live at no cost, thanks to the support from the business community there in Paola and Lewisburg and Spring Hill and the surrounding area that jump on board and advertise on the Varsity Sports Live Network. Again, for Aaron Feely, Emma Bain, Brendan Bolin, and the administration at Paola Schools, appreciate your support. I'm BJ Harris saying so long from Manhattan. We'll be back at it 26-27 coming up next year. Final score 11-0. McPherson finishes 3rd. Panthers 4th.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.